31-year-old man is dead after a crash in Orlando. Troopers say the man...
Yep, that's me. While driving home yesterday, I came across a horrible traffic crash. I knew the medical examiner's vehicles on scene were not a good sign, especially on the day before Thanksgiving. Upon seeing this, I pulled over and checked the Florida Highway Patrol website, and it confirmed that this was in fact a traffic fatality. Noticing no media trucks around, I decided I would assert my First Amendment right to film the scene. Tragically, a 31-year-old man had driven off the road, hit a power pole and a railroad crossing, where he did pass away. From across the street, I filmed the scene briefly, out of the way of law enforcement and fire rescue crews. I reached out to several of the local news outlets to see if they had any interest in the video. Only one was interested in the footage, as the other said they had photographers on scene. But I tell this story to illustrate the importance of being able to use our First Amendment rights to film in public. Oftentimes, law enforcement will facetiously ask you for your press credentials when you're filming.
Do you have any identification to say that you're a journalist?
As if only employees of traditional media outlets are the press. When ironically, many of those stations rely on pictures and video from regular citizens like you or I. So this is just a good example of how, as storytellers, we are the media and should be out there asserting our rights. And in asserting those rights, we actually add value and are making a difference in our communities. And here's a montage of some other journalists who are also making a difference.
Freedom of the press? How is it odd?
Are you press?
Are you press? Really? Are you a cop?
Are you press?
We're all...
Are you part of the press?
We're all part of the press. It's a constitutionally
protected...
protected...
Are you the press?
Oh my God, yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Right. So where's your press ID?
Oh, we need press. Really? You're looking like a fool right now asking that
Where's
question.
your press ID?
There's no...
If you're a member of the press,
Listen, you're gonna let me
ID?
talk?
Every member of the press that comes here shows press ID.
There's not an agency that provides those, dude.
Do you have a press pass?
Oh, yes, I thought you'd never ask. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I take a look at it, sir?
Yes, sir, you may.
I'm Sergeant Surlo from the 5th Precinct.
Sergeant Surlo, how do you spell that, sir?
S-U-R-I-L-L-O. From the 5th Precinct.
Sergeant Surlo, nice to meet you. Yeah, so there's my press pass there.
Okay, so obviously this is not an official press pass.
Yes, it is.
It's or whatever. I'm going to consider it a whatever.
Yeah. I'm doing a story on the library. I'm a private journalist.
Press card?
I do. Actually, you know what? I might have left it in the truck.
Who are you?
Would you like to discuss this?
Who are you?
I'm just a photographer.
Do you have a press pass?
Don't need one.
You don't need one?
No, we all have freedom of press in
This
America.
is private property. This isn't a government facility.
This is a public sidewalk, actually, where I'm standing, and I'm aware that that's private property.
Okay.
Haven't been on your private property.
I'm standing here. This is where I'm getting my story.
I'm standing here. This is where, I'm getting paid by the hour to watch you. You're a threat to the public officials.
Based on
stalking public officials. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know that you're a press person. I have proof of that. You're just some guy planning a assault on the police department.
That's not what I'm doing. Like I said,
that's what I think you're doing.
I'll tell you again. I'm an investigative journalist. Listen to what I'm telling you.
What I think you're doing.
Pay attention. Okay. I am an investigative journalist.
I understand the words
gathering information for a story that I'm working on.
Do you have any credentials to show that you can take cameras around the township? Sir?
Hey, you're not supposed to be filming here.
Sir, are you familiar with the TSA?
Yes, I am.
Are you familiar with the regulations?
Yes, go ahead.
I don't think you are, sir.
Well, you
because
guys are not supposed to be filming here.
You're saying something that if
okay.
You can pull out your smartphone and you can check up the TSA website, and it will definitely inform you that we are allowed to film the security checkpoint, sir. This is a constitutionally protected activity, sir. I'm an independent journalist. I'm a member of the press, sir.
Where's your credentials, sir?
I don't need credentials, sir.
Yeah, if you're saying you're a part of the press, you need credentials.
No, I don't, sir.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't, sir. It's a right granted by the Constitution, sir.
So the right to free press doesn't give us authorization?
No, it does not.
That don't work here? Constitution don't apply?
No, it does not. This is a security building.
You didn't
even say who you were from. You just said you were a journalist. If you don't have any identification of who you are.
Do you know who issues those? Like credentials for the reporters?
Facilitator, but you have to identify who you are. They're just not gonna let anybody come in here and just film. I have no idea who you're with, who you work for. You didn't show any credentials.
I know, I was asking who gives out credentials.
That's the person we just called, the building facilitator. She has to authorize that. One, if you're coming in, you're supposed to have some kind of credential saying where you're from. You don't have anything showing where you're from. You can say you're a journalist. I don't know where you're from.
What part of freedom of the press you didn't understand when you became a police officer?
I think
that means
you
we
have the misunderstanding.
No.
You're a private citizen. You have freedom of speech.
We have
but
freedom
you are
of the
not
press. Yes, we have freedom of the press.
there's-
Listen,
I would actually disagree
sir,
with you on that one.
you've been doing very.
Look into this. In this building, if you're not credentialed from an agency.
No. What if I'm independent? So who's gonna give me credentials? We have freedom of the press.
You're not really the
Yes,
press.
yes, I am. What doesn't make me the
That's
press?
your opinion.
That's
You
not an
are
opinion,
free-
that's-
No, it is.
I-
It's an opinion.
No.
It's your opinion.
Officer, you're making yourself look really bad on the video right now. Yes, you are. You're making yourself
That's
look.
your opinion.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
That is your opinion.
I do this for a living. Okay. I know my First Amendment rights.
Okay, good.
I know my First Amendment
So
rights.
glad you do.
So where in the Constitution did it only grant special privileges for the media to people with credentials?
Well, it talks about the press, but the press are people with credentials.
Oh my God.
So where